morning, Denise. Woo! Yeah, good morning, Jennifer. Today's a new day. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Odell. But there is no sunshine. Nothing but clouds, and it's dark in my heart, and it feels like a cold night. Today's a new day. And where are my blue skies? Where is the love and the joy that you promised me? Tell me it's alright. Hey Jackie, hey Kathleen, hey Jess. I almost gave up, but a power that I can't explain fell from heaven like a shower now. You know what to do. Come on now. I smile, even though I hurt, see I smile. I know God is working, so I smile. Even though I've been here for a while, I smile. I smile. So hard to look up when you've been down. I sure would hate to see you give up now. You look so much better when you smile, so smile. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mother. Good morning, Troy. Good morning, I think I said Joseph. Broderick, good morning. Good morning, Chi-Chi. Marianne, good morning, Black DeMarco. How is everyone? I hope you're doing well. Y'all know what it is. It is that day. It is that day. It is Sunday, June. What day is it? The 21st in the year of our Lord. It is Father's Day. Y'all wake up.
Wake up. It's the morning. Wake up. The day is dawning. Wake up. It's time to start the day. So everybody's gotta wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
It's the tambourine.
Wake up. The day is dawning. Wake up. It's time to spill some tea. So everybody's gotta wake up. Wake up.
Wake up, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna play a little more of this one little number because we like this one. Go on back and play a little more while we're just getting ready. Y'all know how we like to do. Good morning, Corey. How are you? Elio, good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Again, it is Father's Day in this year of the 20 and 20. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you have wished the fathers a happy Father's Day. Good morning, Doris. Good morning, my friend Matt. This is the day that we honor the fathers, the protectors, the providers, those who listen. Because it doesn't mean that you've actually biologically fathered a child. It just means you have been there to help raise a child to womanhood, to manhood, and to this place that we get to, where we get to make some decisions. I hope you're all doing well. Hold on, y'all know I got to fix the sounds and things, so we're ready for the next portion of the morning. Good morning, sister. So yeah, I hope so. For all those that if I forget a name, blame it on the brain and not my heart. So to Paw, to my brother Tony, to my brother Alfie, to James who has raised his children, to my Uncle Marvin, to my Uncle Elvin, to my Uncles Johnny and Eddie who are no longer with us, to my cousin Trey, to Jeremiah's father Gary, to Micah, to Nathan, his brothers, and to all of those who have been a part of raising, providing for, loving, and supporting children on this day. Happy Father's Day to you. It's also the 30th anniversary of Broadway Bears, which would have been today. It's always scheduled on Father's Day. I put this, y'all, it's hot up in here, but I put this jacket on because the shirt is wrinkled, and this button always wants to pop up. It always reminds me of Dr. Gray, who was our music history teacher at North Carolina School of the Arts. He always had on a shirt that if he sneezed, that button would probably put your eye out, because he was a portly gentleman, and he tried to fit himself into a large shirt that was too small. Good morning, Idan. Good morning, Dom. Good morning, Carson. Did I miss him? But Nancy, good morning. Noah, good morning. Kenny, good morning. Good morning, Rebecca. So this would have been Broadway Cares. It's always on the Sunday of Father's Day, and it would have been the 30th anniversary, but it's all been rescheduled because of where we are in the world and what we're going through. They're going to do something virtually, I think they said later this summer. Good morning, Allison. How are you? Good morning, Trenton. So you can look. That's something for us to look forward to. Yesterday, we got out for a little while. We sat around the apartment, then finally in mid-afternoon, we went into the city to see some friends we have not seen in a while. So we socially distanced. In Meatpacking, there's this yellow bench that is on Gansevoort Street. It's like just to the west of where Florent used to be. And if you've been in New York for a long time, you know where Florent used to be. So we went to Pastis, got some drinks, went and sat over there. Went and got another order of drinks, then went and sat back down over there. And then got a little something to eat, and then sat, good morning, Elizabeth, how are you? And sat there for a while and just caught up with our friends, Charlie and Alan, who spent a good portion of their year in Florida. They came up here, sorry. Just got a little shine up on me. Where's the makeup artist? So we spent a little time with them and our friend Tim, who walked across. So the five of us, we sat and talked for a while just to catch up. So have a moment, a semblance of normalcy, of moments with friends, which is necessary. But we saw a lot of people who were like, there was one bar that people were standing in like with no masks on. I was like, what? Just no mask talking and walking and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, and like groups of young people who just don't seem to get it because they think, I'm strong, I'm going to make it through this. You don't know that. You don't know, first of all, you don't know that you're going to make it till tomorrow because you could get hit by a car, you could get choked on a chicken bone, anything could happen. So to add this extra level of lack of care to the way you live your life, think on that. Just think on it, okay? Apparently New York this weekend, it was brutal. I hope that it wasn't like this other places, but New York had almost 20 shootings, and that was from Friday to this morning. So just senseless acts. So we hope that this is not a trend as we get into phase 2, because New York goes into phase 2 tomorrow, where you can eat outside at restaurants, where you can go get your nails done, you can get your hair cut, all these things. You all need to get one of those wall clippers and have them at home. Women need to get a pair of good, sharp, look at that, just sweating all up in here, sweating. I'm sweating like a preacher in Mississippi in the middle of the summer. A large preacher in Mississippi with a hot jerry curl in the middle of the summer. Y'all all know exactly who I'm talking about. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Willie. Anyway, let's see. That's why I need my prayer. I got my prayer shawl, so I'm sitting up on the pulpit. I can just go and wipe it all down. You know how black ministers, I guess the white ministers do too. They have that extra just to wipe it off when it gets too hot up in the pulpit. Good morning, Merle. Okay, so let's just Tulsa. So the what's wrong with? Well, nothing's wrong with our air. We don't. My sister asked, "What's wrong with your air?" We don't have it on. It's not really that hot, so we haven't turned it on. So we have windows open. But in my living room, it's just sitting a little still. It'll be fine. I'm gonna take this jacket off and this shirt off and put on a t-shirt. We're gonna go for a bike ride. It's all gonna be fine. Listen, a little sweating ain't never hurt nobody. If you're not sweating in this kind of heat, you need to go have your pores checked, your glands. Anyway, so Tulsa. Before they even got this rally started yesterday, they had 6 cases of positive COVID. Good morning, Paul. Good morning. From Trump's team. They're not even people were there. They're saying that with people from his team who came with him from DC, they had 6 cases of positive COVID. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Paula. And also, it's like, and with all that, it's like they didn't even all these people that they thought were going to show up, these huge crowds of people. Apparently, they can't read maps, or they don't have apps on their phone to show them how to get to Tulsa, because none of them made it. 19,000 inside. Nope, not even close. Overflow outside. You had to cancel that speech, didn't you? Well, I don't know. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Rocker. It's just a. But I have to say this though, because as you look in that crowd. Good morning, Kelly. You look in that crowd and you see, and this is me, because listen, if you are a black person in this country, chances are when you go somewhere, you check around to see who the other black people are in the room. Good morning, Mario. How are you? Sharita, good morning. Marty, good morning. Just you walk in, you like, let me see. Oh, there are 3 over there, 2 over there. Okay, there are a couple of us. Okay, that's fine. I don't feel so nervous about it now. You look at that rally, and I'm like, who are these black people who are up here waving stuff, looking like they're waiting for a check that they were promised? Sitting up in there in that hot sun with all those white supremacists just waiting to be beat over the head. Who are all these people? Devon, good morning. Who are they? I mean, and the lack of care and concern that it must take for you as a black person to sit up in that room in Tulsa 99 years after, not even a full century after the massacre that killed more than 300 black citizens of this country. Y'all sitting up in those, you couldn't have paid me enough to sit. First of all, to sit up in there with those obese people. Been drinking beer all day, ain't washed in 3 or 4 weeks. No. Listen. Y'all look at the pictures and find your kinfolk and tell them they need, and send somebody, get them and send them to the mental ward because they have lost their minds. Oh, my goodness. What else is going on there? I mean, craziness. So Jeffrey Berman, who's the federal prosecutor for the Southern District of New York, so he's been looking into the dealings of Trump. So apparently, on Friday night, Attorney General William Barr tried to fire him, and he said, "Oh, I'm not being fired. I got work to do. What do you mean you can't fire me?" And so this went back and forth between all of them until yesterday, apparently later, when Berman said that he would leave as long as his lieutenant prosecutor could take over, because Trump and Barr wanted to bring in somebody else who wasn't going to do anything against Trump. So apparently they finally relented. And Berman said that he would leave if his second in command would stay in charge. Because there's a lot going on. And they don't want us to know. And they realize they're getting close. And also it's like, I was thinking about this, like, who fires people on a Friday night? Old racists like Fred Trump did. When he didn't have to deal with anybody, he would send a note on a Friday, because what you gonna do on a Friday when the office closed from Friday at 5 until Monday at 9? People just mad, but they're not gonna do anything. They're very upset. Blah blah blah. So, and I'm like, but you can't do that anymore. One, because Americans work 8,000 hours a week. They work over weekends. They work nonstop, and they have phones and they can tweet just like the president can. So you think you're gonna fire somebody at 5 o'clock on a Friday and you're not gonna hear about it? That they're not gonna be like, oh no. What you not gonna do, Mister, is try and fire me on a Friday night and ruin my weekend. Oh no, I'm not going anywhere. Send. That's what happens now. Good morning, Chazzy Fresh. How are you? Just the craziness that continues to come out of that place. He literally said in that rally, I told my people just to slow down the testing so the numbers wouldn't be so high. Good morning, Adina. So you don't want to know the number of cases. You don't want anybody tested, because if nobody gets tested, then when people die, they just die. It's just natural causes. They got a cough and they just fell over from a cough. Good morning, William. Happy belated. Good morning, Ashley. So that's okay. If you all don't get out there and call all your relatives and tell them, make sure they are registered to vote, and if they need gas money, take them, give them, Venmo them, Cash App them, whatever, $15, so that in November, on that great getting up morning, they will be able to vote. Because we have got to vote this man and his crazy lunatics that follow him out of office. Speaking of that, I wasn't even going to talk about that this morning. Have you all looked at, two things. One, former National Security Advisor John Bolton has been given authority to release his book this week. But they're saying if he does it, because he could be sued civilly and blah, 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 so he may not get any money from it. I'm thinking this. Maybe that's what John Bolton wanted. He's like, I don't care about the money, but I want the information out. I didn't do right before, blah, 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 but I'm going to get you now. Put it out. I'm going to Paris, so you can't find me. And then I'm going to have that book released, and y'all can keep all the money. I don't care about that money. What I wasn't going to talk about, have you seen, this back and forth between Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, as everyone likes to call her, and Millie Milbank, what's that woman's name? Michelle Caruso Cabrera. When I tell you these two brown-skinned women are calling each other out like they about to fight at 3 o'clock after school. Miss Caruso Cabrera is saying Miss Ocasio-Cortez ain't been in New York, ain't been doing her job, ain't been doing nothing, all these things. And Miss Ocasio-Cortez has said about Miss Caruso Cabrera, she used to live in Trump Tower. She moved to Queens just so she can run for office. I mean, listen, Tuesday's going to be real crazy in this city, because I tell you this, there are going to be two brown-skinned women with hair up and ponytails, earrings off, Vaseline on faces, ready to go at it. Y'all need to be ready to watch this craziness. Oh, Oh, yes. Good morning, John. So let's. Oh, y'all. It's so much crazy going on. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. So just two more things, and then we can get to the birthdays, and you can all get out about your days and enjoying, and fathers having breakfast in bed and all kinds of things. Two things. All right. So to the white gay man who this was Corey Craig posted this yesterday, who had the nerve to say that he doesn't want Juneteenth to usurp his Gay Pride Month, and that we should find a holiday some other way. He said that to the blacks. First of all, young gay white man, you need to understand it was black and brown trans people who fought and protested. So you have the right to stand up on a pier and do a bump or take a pill and dance around with all your friends who look exactly like you, not knowing anything about pride, and to say that you are prideful, but not to your brothers and sisters who are black and brown. You need to take a look at the rainbow flag and try and realize what they are trying to say with that, and say it's not just about you. So, young gay white man, I'm going to ask you to take your seat in the middle of the auditorium, because you don't know nothing about sitting in the back, but you can sit in the middle. Because anytime you want to, you can pretend that you're not gay and still just be a white male. You got anything else you need to say to me? I didn't think so. Okay, now let's get to, what was I going to say? The last thing I was going to say. Oh, this ACO's office connected me to a human being at unemployment. Oh, nice. So Alicia's saying that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's office connected her with unemployment because, listen, everyone's having issues. That's good to know, because Sarah Koch the other day said also that AOC has been around Queens and visiting and yada yada, although Miss Caruso Cabrera is saying she's not. So it's good to hear that she is. But listen, people fighting. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to say this last thing, then we'll get to the birthdays. Because I was talking to someone this week, and they were saying, this fight is for the young people. The young people have to fix this problem. And I thought about that, because I was like, it just seems so off. It's like we continue to pass the buck to each generation. This fight that we are in right now, for everything, when you think about it, we are in the fight for our lives, and that is everyone. I don't even know if you call it equality or justice anymore, because we are so far away from it. This fight so that we can all be on equal footing in this country. This fight so that we can realize that science is not our enemy. This fight so that we realize that if we are not taking care of this planet is going to do what she needs to do for herself. This is not about the young fighting it. This is everybody. Now, the young may stand in front because they got strong legs and because they got strong wills, but they need all the generations behind them and lifting them up and bolstering them physically and mentally so that we are all in this fight together. So any one of you who keeps saying, no, this fight is for the young, you don't get to give up. We don't get to give up. We are all in this fight together. We will all stand how we can when we can. And the young may stand longer, again, because they got that strength. They got that 20-year-old strength. But what we are not going to do and what we cannot do is pretend that we are not still in this fight and just leave it for them. Can't happen. You put your part in. That's how we fix this. All right, let's get to the birthdays. You all know how I like to do it. Ooh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Matt Gould, Kim David Smith, Dominique Kelly, Dom, good morning, happy birthday. Grandma says happy birthday to you. David Rosenberg, Ashley Stroud, happy birthday, Ashley. Derek Smart, JJ Martin, Gregory Lee Harold, Blake Hammond, Talbot Doust, Greg Parent, happy Father's Day to you, Greg, as well. Dante Sciarra, yesterday to Brian Haynes, Ross Oliver, Giuseppe Valsilio, Peter Bourne, Mike Maselli, Hal Rubenstein, Ernie Pruneda, Avery Glim, Tiffany Williams, Adam Williams, Nicholas Brown, and Daniel Riker. To all of you, happy birthday to you. Now it's time time to open up the hymn books. See what God has done. Open up those hymn books so you can run, run, run. Oh, open up the hymn books. I don't know where that came from, but I'm going to go with it today because it sounded all right to me. Let us get to the angels singing. Actually, you know what? We'll get to the angels in a second. We'll get back to those. So if you will open up your hymn books to 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10. Good morning, John. Good morning, Regina. Johnny, did I say good morning? I think I did. If you all open up to 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10. We'll let the instrumental go while you're getting to the place, and then we'll turn over to the angels. 1 Chronicles 4, 10. Here they are. He was the one who prayed to the God of Israel. Oh, that you would bless me and expand my territory. Please be with me in all that I do and keep me from all trouble and pain. And God granted him his wish. Request. I'll read it correctly the second time through. Good morning, Kelly. 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10. He was the one who prayed to the God of Israel. Oh, that you would bless me and expand my territory. Please be with me in all that I do, and keep me from all trouble and pain. And God granted his request. We are made for more than lives of pain and difficulty. God wants to help see our dreams come true. What impossible seeming dream is hidden in your heart? Boldly bring your dream to God in prayer and ask him to be with you as he makes the dreams he has given you a reality. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. These scriptures this week, we keep saying the same thing. You all are holding things in your heart that you need to let out. That sadness and fear that you've been holding in your heart, let it out so that you can let go of that. He didn't mean us for lives of pain and misery. Let those things out. Those things you've been holding because you've got an idea and you're not sure how it's going to affect you or the world or anybody else. You have to let that idea out because it's in there. And while you're trying to hold it in this little place inside of you, if you let it out into the world, into this universe, you allow it to grow. That oxygen that we're breathing is going to allow it to grow. Let it out. Why are you holding on to stuff on the inside? It doesn't do nothing except turn, what is that stuff inside you, your bile, turn it all black. You need to let that stuff out so listen, dreams got to be outside so that you can get that oxygen and breathe and grow. When you let that pain and that fear out, you let it go. When you say the words, I need to let this go because this is holding me back. Once you have said that, it's out and it can't hold you back anymore. You can only move forward from there. So move forward. Let your dreams become reality. Whatever it is you're thinking right now. Listen, I'm telling you, I've been working on reality these past few weeks, and I ain't stopping. There's plenty to go. There's plenty going on, and plenty to be fixed. And I tell you this, listen. I'm a grandchild of Mildred. I'm gonna do my work. Whoever you're the grandchildren of and the children of, know that you got work to do. You can get out there and you can do it. You can do it. All right, thank you. Thank you, angels. That was so nice. Let's get back to Kirk for a second. Just another second just to get you all back out on your roads, whatever you got to do today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I think we're going to get out and have a bike ride after we start some laundry. And then I got some stuff to do in the afternoon, and then we'll see for the rest of the day. I'm going to take this hot shirt off. I'm going to tell you that right now. And we'll get about it. Good morning, Jovan. Oh. You look so much better when you oh. You look so much better when you oh. So you all look so much better when you smile. So please get out there and smile this day. I will see most of you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. You know we do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. And on Sundays for church, we join together at 11 a.m. I love you all so much. I love you too, Nancy. You guys have a great day. Those of you, again, happy Father's Day to the fathers. Happy Father's Day to the uncles. Happy Father's Day to the cousins. Happy Father's Day to the mothers who have done the work. Because there's so many mothers out here who have done it on their own. Know that you have worked as mother and father. You get 2 days this year. And if you want to, you can have Grandparents' Day too. Do what you got to do. I love you all. Good morning, Jonathan. You're late. Talk to you later. I love you all. Bye, Facebook. We'll see you all soon. You all look so much better when you smile.